Hello and welcome guys and welcome to this short vlog. And yes, I have just now completed a 1 hour long live session with CMA H. Padmanabhan sir, whereby this big decision which has come from Institute of Cost Accountants of India of merging the June 21 attempt with December 21 attempt was discussed in great detail with sir. And yes, one thing which I really appreciated in sir's gesture was that he was openly accepting that it was a big failure on the institute standpoint. They were unable to conduct this particular examination. And yes guys, I know the dismay, I know the sadness which all of you are in, because I know you've worked hard for last a few months and you have really put that midnight oil into your studies, but still the result is at the end of the day that no, examination is not going to be conducted in October 21. It has been postponed till January 2022. Bygones are bygones. Now we need to move on. No point in dwelling why did it happen, so what were the reasons behind it, what is happening inside the institute. No point in dwelling in all these questions guys, although in the live session I tried to ask these questions to sir, and sir also to whatever authority, to whatever extent he could, he had answered those questions. But now guys, we need to look at the future. We need to look at the December 2021 attempt, which is going to take place in January 2022. We need to get ourselves prepared for that particular attempt. So at the very outset, before giving you a summary of whatever was discussed with CMA H. Padmanabhan sir, the Honorable Council Member, I would like to first of all read the notification carefully for all of you, so that we understand the nitty-gritties which are there in this notification, and understand what we need to do from our part if we want to appear in December 21 examination. If we've already filled the examination form of June 21, what all do we need to do? So this notification dated 25th September 2021, merging of intermediate and final examination for June and December 2021 session. So now the attempt which is going to happen in December, it will be called as December 2021 attempt. There is no mention of June 2021 attempt. June 2021 attempt stands cancelled, and now all of you will be giving December 2021 attempt. This is for information of all concerned that it has been decided to postpone the intermediate and final examination of the institute for June 2021 session due to unavoidable circumstances. The intermediate and final examination of institute, scheduled from 21st to 28th October, stands postponed, and June 21 examination stands merged with the intermediate and final examination of December 21 session with due carryover. Now, very important point to note, with due carryover of all the relevant benefits already available to the students, including fee payment and subject-wise exemption. So whatever exemptions were applicable to you for June 21 attempt, they will as it is be carried forward in the December 21 attempt. Examination form already submitted by the candidates or students for intermediate and final examination of June 21 session will remain same for intermediate and final examination to be held in December 2021. Candidates or students need not apply again. Candidates who have submitted examination application form for intermediate and final for June 21 session are allowed to change their examination centers or group. So two things are allowed to be changed, and I'll be discussing in the summary how to change them. They are allowed to change two things, examination center and groups, by making online application, and can add their additional group by payment of differential examination fee in demand draft along with their online submitted application form to be sent to examination directorate within due date of appearing in intermediate and final examination to be held in December 2021. I'll be explaining you this entire procedure in my summary video, in this video itself. Candidate students who have not applied for intermediate or final examination for June 2021 session may apply afresh by submitting online examination application form for December 2021 attempt. Needless to say, the examination notification, the revised schedule for examination in details will be announced soon, but yes, Padmanabhan sir has given a hint on what can be the tentative date of this particular subsequent examination. So let us come on to the board and let me explain you certain important elements of our conversation with CMA Padmanabhan sir. First of all, the next examination, which is the December 2020 examination, there is a clear-cut direction given by CMA Padmanabhan sir that it will happen in January 2022. There is no way that this examination can happen in December, because it has already, the December has already been occupied by the other two professional bodies, and the examination of one of those bodies is ending at fag end of December, and there's no way that in the last 2 days of December the exam can start. So exam will definitely start will most likely be conducted in the month of January, and as per my estimate, guys, in first week of January, starting from 3rd, 4th, 5th January, your examination dates will come anytime. So January is the month when your next examination will happen for both intermediate and final December 21 attempt. Now, next question which I asked sir was whether the pattern will be the online pattern or the offline pattern. Sir has given a very frank reply to this particular question, that as of now, it is the online pattern, because nothing contrary has been released by the institute. No contrary notification has been released by the institute. So as of now, online examination will only be conducted on the online basis of examination will be conducted. No offline is planned as of now. So as of now, there is no change, but future is uncertain. Anything can happen in future. So as of now, the pattern will be online pattern itself. Next question is whether home-based or center-based option will be there. As of now, the option is obviously center-based. So sir said that center-based option will continue. However, some brainstorming is happening in the institute, which is leading to a conclusion that there can be certain exceptions to the center-based approach, which means home-based option can be given to certain category of students, like students who are there in containment zone, students who are there in overseas, who are required to fly down to India to give the examination. For these two category of students, this is just an example, guys. The home-based option can be given to the student. So in response to this particular answer of sir, I asked another question that sir, those students who have their home far away from the examination center, can they also be extended this option of home-based examination? To which he responded in a positive manner, guys. Yes, it can be a possibility that student whose home is in, say, a city where there's no exam center, and the next exam center is 100 or 200 kilometers away from his home, then there's a possibility that home-based option may be given to those students. So there is an indication that something is going on in the institute for giving home-based option to certain category of students. Some deliberation, some brainstorming is happening in this particular aspect. Next is pattern. Pattern is again a little dicey thing, guys, because the pattern which has already been released by the institute, which is based on the model test paper in the PDF format which has been released, that is being thought over. So suggestions are being considered, suggestion of students are being considered to revamp that particular pattern, and you may see some changes in the pattern of MTP. The pattern might change, but as of now, the pattern which is there, that is there in front of us, but it might change. There are some suggestions which are being considered by the institute to change this particular pattern. Then CMA Foundation, guys, there is no change in CMA Foundation examination. It will happen as per the original pattern, as per the schedule which is there, as per the normal MCQ based, home based option, whatever is there currently, it will remain as it is. No change in CMA Foundation examination. Now, very important part, guys, suggested answer for December 22, whether they will be released or not. So guys, as I had explained in my earlier video, that globally the trend is that suggested answers for MCQ based examination is never released by the institute, by the respective institute. Why? Because there is no suggested answer in case of MCQ. There is an answer which is a clear-cut answer. There is no suggested answer, which means there is no ambiguity in answers. So the suggested answers will not be released for December 2022 20 attempt. They will not be released. Although I have requested sir, and sir also had this thing in mind, that at least sir, question paper may be released. Question paper, so that we are able to gauge what questions were asked. Question paper may be released, to which he also agreed that yes, question papers for each of the examination may be released for December 2020 attempt, but suggested answers as such will not be released by the institute for December 2020 attempt. Then exemptions are going to continue. That we have already discussed in the notification also, that exemptions will be as it is applicable to the December 21 students as they were applicable to June 21 students. So exemptions will continue. Now, two very important point: those students who want to add a fresh group to their application form. What do they need to do? They need to prepare a demand draft for the differential fees. They need to take a printout of the online application which they have already submitted in the institute for June 21. They should mention with an application that I want to go for another group, the next group. They should write it in an application. They should attach the demand draft over it, scan it, email it to these two email IDs, and courier the hard copy to the examination directorate. The email IDs are exam.helpdesk@icmi.in and exam.dd2@icmi.in. So these are the email IDs where you need to send your application for the fresh group. So you have to send the email to both of these email IDs, guys. Please note these email IDs properly. exam.helpdesk@icmi.in. Next is exam.dd2@icmai.in. Both these email IDs are required to be marked while you send the scanned copy, and hard copy should be sent to the examination directorate. Last, if you want to change the center which you have applied for earlier, and mind you guys, there are certain additional centers which institute is going to add on till the date when your examination forms are required to be filled. So please wait for changing your examination center till that date, because new centers may be introduced, may be added in the list. So just wait for changing your center. If you are planning to change your center right now, do not do that. Please wait till you get a list of the fresh centers which are introduced. They might be little closer to your home, and therefore you will get benefit of getting a center which is closer to your home. So yes, this was the summary of the 1 hour live session which I had with Padmanabhan sir a few minutes back, an hour back almost. Guys, bygones are bygones. I'm repeating, history is history. We need to look at the future. An opportune time for all of you to start studying the second group if you have already prepared the first group. No need of dragging the first group to the fag end of December. No need of doing that. Please pick up the second group and start doing it in a very, very rigorous, in a very, very aggressive manner, because this is the opportunity for you to give both the groups if you were planning to give only single group in October 21. You still have full 3 months, October, November, December. Yes, I know a lot of festivals are there in these 3 months, but now I'm not bothered about my festivals. I'm bothered about my career. I'm bothered about the examination which is there in December 2021 attempt, which will be happening in January 2022 month. So yes, pick up the second group, start studying for the second group, and yes, face-to-face classes have been started for Group 1 as well as Group 2 in intermediate at Bright Vision Academy, Lakshminagar, Delhi. Online classes are of course available for all of you for both the groups. If you want to take benefit of that, do it. Want to do self-study, please do it. But start studying for the second group as well. It's really, really important to now start studying for the other group which you have not taken up as yet, so that you are able to cope up with both the groups. And 3 months is more than sufficient a time. I presume that your group 1 is already prepared. There's no point in dragging it for next 3 months. Start the second group and give both the groups in your next attempt. So yes, on that positive note, I know many of you might be saying, sir, it is such a disheartening situation for us. It is such a situation of a dismay or sadness for us, because sir, we were prepared. We wanted to give examinations, sir. But yes, some situations are not in our control. Some situations are not in control of the institute as well. Might be some grave issues, some grave reasons why this big step has been taken by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. There has to be some grave reasons for it. So be it. We need to cope up with the current situation, and the best way to cope up with the current situation is to move on, to carry on. Because if we are stagnant, if we are stuck in the current situation, we will not be able to grow properly. So yes, on that positive note, hoping and praying that you pick up the second group and start studying sincerely and religiously for the second group as well. All the very best and happy studying.